Today is May 16, 2022. My name is Rob Carr of Kalamazoo Right to Life, and this is Pro-Life Week. Well, a few things on today's program. Last Wednesday, Senate Democrats advanced or pushed a radical piece of legislation that would codify Roe v. Wade. And, Chuck Schumer, the majority leader, knew, of course, that it wasn't going to pass because the filibuster still exists, and you need 60 senators to advance legislation, and he knew that he wasn't going to get 10 Republicans on board. But the goal was to put senators on record where they stand on abortion. And, as the midterm elections inch closer, the plan is to energize the pro-abortion voter to make sure that pro-life senators up for re-election are defeated in November. But in the vote, Chuck Schumer lost 49 to 51. And all Republicans voted no, including pro-choice Republicans Susan Collins of Maine and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska. And the reason they voted no is because the bill was too extreme. It just was too extreme for even moderate pro-choice Republicans. And Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia voted no. So that was an encouraging sign. And the one very disappointing vote came from Pennsylvania Senator Bob Casey, who voted pro-abortion to advance this radical piece of legislation. And I mentioned his name before. Over and over again, we are seeing Bob Casey abandon his pro-life convictions and vote with his party, his Democratic Party, that is abortion on demand through all 9 months. And when you consider the fact that Bob Casey's father was Governor Bob Casey of Pennsylvania, who is the Casey in the Supreme Court decision Planned Parenthood versus Casey. So if the Supreme Court's going to overturn Roe and Casey, they're going to overturn a case that was a pro-life law that was advanced by Senator Casey's own father, Bob Casey. So you talk about spitting on your father's grave. Senator Casey is clearly not the man of pro-life convictions that his father has, not in the least. So I'm positive that come the next time he's up for re-election, he will not get any pro-life votes, or at least by the pro-life groups in the state of Pennsylvania. They will definitely not endorse him if they haven't already abandoned him already. So that's a good thing. That vote's going nowhere because it was too extreme. And I heard on the radio just a few minutes ago, a woman said that in France, which has legal abortion, you can only have an abortion up to the 14th week of pregnancy. So, I consider France a liberal country. In many, many respects, France, and as is most of Western Europe, they're far more progressive and liberal than the USA. But on abortion, liberal France has a 14-week limit. And here in America, what is the whole Dobbs decision arguing about viability? The Mississippi law wants to set a limit at 15 weeks, and the pro-abortion people are all upset, and they're apoplectic, and they're just causing havoc. But in France, it is illegal to have an abortion after the 14th week of pregnancy. And to finish off, I'd like to just mention this leak by somebody at the Supreme Court that happened about a week and a half ago. The Sam Alito first draft opinion on Dobbs. The liberals are saying that the conservative, some conservative like law clerk or somebody at the Supreme Court who was conservative was the one that leaked it to make sure that all the justices would hang together. And the conservatives are saying that it was a liberal who leaked the draft. because they wanted to energize the pro-abortion forces to ramp up their protestations against the justices, the majority justices, picketing their homes, picketing the Supreme Court, just causing trouble, demonstrating, shouting, screaming. My body, my choice. We know their drill. But it's interesting. About a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, in Lansing, there was a pro-choice rally at the state capitol demonstrating against this Alito leak from the Supreme Court. And the pro-choice people were able to collect or get 10,000 people who would be willing to be petition circulators for this pro-abortion petition drive. Now, I'm not saying they got 10,000 people to sign the petition. They got 10,000 people to be petition circulators who will then go across the state collecting signatures. And the article I read said that before this rally on May 6th, the pro-abortion petition drive people only had about 2,000 volunteers or paid circulators going around the state getting signatures. So in one day, they went from 2,000 circulators to either 10,000 circulators or 12,000 circulators, however you wanted to figure that 10,000 additional names. But that tells me that the motive behind this leaker was to energize the pro-abortion movement, to energize the pro-abortion zealots and the ideologues who want to make sure that abortion is legal, not just through viability, but really through all stages of pregnancy. And we have to stop it. We have to stop it. Remember, don't sign that petition. Whatever you do, don't sign that petition. If somebody gets in your face and wants you to sign a petition to put on the ballot in November a constitutional change, Michigan constitutional change that would legalize abortion through viability and would dismantle, nullify, gut every single pro-life law in the state of Michigan. And we cannot let that happen. With that, I am going to let you go. I will see you next time. Remember, don't sign that petition. Thank you.